So, one of the things that I was, thinking about and, you know, pondering on was the experience that I've had going to school, going to a tech school, while also doing tech videos. So it's basically the dynamic of I'm already deep into, a bunch of tech things, but I'm going to tech school, and kind of one of the big reasons is pieces of paper. I mean, for a bunch of it, I could reasonably pass it pretty easily, but there's still a lot of holes that I don't have filled in. But for the most part, for the last 2 months, I've gotten through 2 whole courses that would have taken 2 months at 15 hours a week. And I've gotten those out of the way, gotten their final exams taken care of, and each of those basically are certifying courses. So I get a certification from the organization, but it's not like a CompTIA certification or a Cisco certification, so it doesn't have the same weight that way. The interesting thing, though, is just watching the teachers or instructors as they have to deal with me going through these courses so quickly because of how it is. A lot of the concepts I already know, and once you hit a Linux section, I sleep through half of it. So, I mean, if you've ever wanted to have a moment where you could just, take a nap and get paid to do it, depending on how you're funding it, that can be a good way to do it. You go to a tech school, you already know Linux quite well, and you just take a nap for 2 or 3 minutes at a time, and you're good to go. I've got all these videos at double speed, and it's okay. Some things are oh, I wasn't aware of that and that. I mean, I still learn things here and there, but there's still a lot that I already knew or was already aware of. Some of the things that I end up, learning more per se is the stuff going over... What is it? Going over Windows and some of the Mac stuff, which, as I've been prepping for the A+ exam, at least for the hardware portion, they don't touch too much on. They touch more on Windows stuff and Mac OS stuff when they're talking about troubleshooting things and using software to troubleshoot that. But watching some of the teachers be well, you're more advanced than most of the other people we get, so here's this, that, and the other. And then hearing some of the teachers talk about being able to talk more competently with some of the teachers about stuff versus what some of the other students might be doing. It's kind of interesting. And then the occasional time where, because the school also has concurrent high school enrollment as well, so they've got high school students that come in and do coursework that way, much the same coursework that they have adults do. There's also the availability to inseminate certain ideas into high school students, telling them about awesome portable apps that they can use and take around with them on flash drives. So there is leeway to get other people into trouble, which is interesting, but that's a whole side note on its own. But for the most part, the experience so far has been okay, what next? And I've got some of these teachers that are you're ridiculous. But 'tis the experience. And it's been a very interesting one going through it. Just watching, because if you've stuck around for, the last year plus, you've seen me, talk about configuring things and getting certain things working, and I know some of you have been, left comments of, this is, I don't know, this, can you help me through this? And just like, okay, what's that? I've had to troubleshoot various things that way on my own in order to prep for the videos too sometimes. So that's where it gets really interesting, and especially that Pokemon ROM hacking one, where I still have to figure out where I went wrong or what I messed up on, which is quite likely I messed up on something. And yeah, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's for the most part it. It's nap time, going through stuff really fast, and just BSing my way through it for the most part because I can get away with it pretty much. If you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, boost the video up, share this video with your friends. If you found it informative or you just want to chat, I've got plenty of places in the description, Discord, Guilded, and what have you. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next one.